What's up everybody, Frank from civ-armory. I am here with a quick Olight review on what I would consider three of the most versatile Olight, I call them full-size lights that they have to offer. These are a little bit above your everyday carry in the pocket type of a flashlight. These are, what I would consider, home, bag, truck type of flashlight. So I'm going to go over what I think are the top three, and then I'm going to go over a couple quick features, and then give you my my thought on where I think these lights fit in your repertoire of flashlights, everyday carry, and tactical consideration type stuff. So I'll go from left to right here. The first here is probably the largest light. This is the Seeker 4 Pro. It is extremely powerful. It's got a 260 meter throw with a 4600 max lumen output. Like most Olights, magnetic box, hard case. Here, this is a pretty unique feature in, it's going to come with your a mounting option for the light holster, as well as your charging accessories. The reason why there's a mounting light option for this holster here is that this holster is also a power supply. So you plug it in with the USB-C, you can mount this thing up to a wall or something, have it ready to go, drop in your light. It's nice and tight, it's not coming out anywhere. Also, set up for a belt, little features like that. So that's definitely nice. All right, we chose the Desert Earth version. What I like about this light here, it has a lockout, so you can't just, I was already messing with it, but you have to actually make an action to turn it on. So you have to rotate the knob and then turn it on. It's gonna start at your lowest setting. Obviously, because this thing reaching up to the 4600 lumen range is wild. So to increase the intensity, you just rotate your knob. It's actually starting to burn my hand, it's so hot. So you rotate the knob, pretty cool feature. Most of the other lights that Olight has to offer are, a couple clicks to get to different ranges. Here you have an indicator of your brightness level as well as your remaining power level. All right, this with a 260 meter throw is gonna be able to provide, I would say, most of everything that you would need on a day-to-day basis, unless you're, search and rescue type stuff, or if you're looking for a, actually, this does a great job with low light, as like a low light flood option. I mean, you can barely even see this, and it's on. So at night, you have the ability to read or, look for something without blinding you or anybody near you. I'm going to move right on to the next one, and then I'm going to actually come back on where I think these fit best. So that's the Seeker. I love this thing. It feels great. The rubberized handle is awesome. You have 4 LED lights in there helping you reach that max brightness. I really, really like this. It feels very durable. It's got the knobbed bezel there. So very cool. I like it. Downside, no tail cap click. All right. So no tail cap click, only operational from here. Perfectly fine. All right. Here's the Seeker 4 Pro. All right. We're going to ramp it up from low light all the way up as bright as it gets. That is a very bright light. It's a super bright light. All right, ready? Ramp it all the way down. Very bright light. So next we have the Warrior 3S. The Warrior 3S, and this, we took it in green, an OD green. Very similar. You're gonna have your manual, your charging pad, pretty much it with this one. A little more straightforward. So here we have a throw of 300 meters and a max 2300 lumen. So not as bright as your Seeker 4, right? But it does come in this Molly or belt loop case. It's pretty nice. opens very easily. Push button. All right, here you have your light, and it does come with a clip. The Seeker doesn't come with a clip. So this clip is nice, obviously, because it is bi-directional. You can have it clipped, you know, in your pocket, multiple different ways. Sorry, I had a little brain aneurysm there. So now the good thing about the Seeker, or I'm sorry, the good thing about the Warrior is tail cap, all right? So this will work with the same tail cap switch as your Odin's, which is very nice. If you already have an Odin, then it works, all right? You can also mount these with ring mount right onto a rifle. Very cool. All right, feature-wise here. So similar to the Seeker in that you will have your battery indicator here on the right side, as well as your brightness indicator in dots here on your left side. So when you turn this light on, all right, it's instantly going to go back to the last setting. Double tap, it will go up. Double tap again, it will go up again to the brightest setting. It's kind of weird in that it won't ramp itself up unless you're actually holding the button. And then it will actually only go to 3 to avoid hitting that max brightness, you know, in a battery preservation way. So you would then tap it again to get to your brightness. Now, the other thing too is the quick taps, 3 quick taps is going to give you your strobing feature. Again, you have your notched bezel there, which is nice. I like it, protects the lens. You do have 1 LED in there. It's gonna get hot quick. This actually has that sensor where if it's too close to something and it realizes that it's getting hot, it will actually dim the power down to avoid, you know, burning something or melting something that it might be too close to. Is it gonna stop it? Probably not, but at least it helps. All right, so we're gonna go back to this in a second and I'll let you know what I think as far as best use for this light. All right, here we have the Warrior 3S. All right, well, that's bright. Let's see if we can do, here is low light. All right, low light and bright light. It's a pretty bright light. All right, let's do the long distance range. Ready? All right, low, bright, much more flood, still super bright light. All right, so here the last one we have is the Javelot. This is not the mini, this is the full-size Javelot. Although it's not, I knew that they do make some pretty longer versions. This is just the standard Javelot here. So with this one here, we have a max throw of 730 meters, which I will touch on in a second, and a max lumen of 1350. So it is technically the least powerful of the 3. However, that throw is more than double of the Warrior, which was already 300 meters. So pretty cool. You'll see some videos on it probably during this video. I'll probably clip them in on some nighttime throw on these, right? So here, very similar to the Seeker in that it comes with a plastic case here that will clip on. Again, it'll clip onto a belt. This one has a feature of being able to access the charging port from the bottom, which is nice because you can put it right on your charging puck and it will charge, as well as a wall mount, I believe, for it in here. I could touch more on that stuff later. I don't want to mess up anything too much. All right, so put that away for a second. Let's talk about this light. This light is a more simple version than these two, as in, you know, on and off, just a single button on and off. It does have the tail cap, which is nice. I really like the tail cap, all right? But by pressing this first button here, you're gonna get the lower setting, right? There's only 2 settings here. So you're gonna get the lower setting, and then by pressing the tail cap, you're gonna get the brighter setting. Now, you're still gonna be able to get the brightest setting by double tapping here. Now the throw on this thing is wild. We had it out last night pretty much as far as the eye can see, and we were lighting up trees, you know, well over 200 yards away, and I was actually able to see animals in the trees. It was pretty crazy. With that being said, you know, for any of your closer type stuff, it is extremely bright. So it's not necessarily the kind of light that you want to be using for reading or anything up close. It's definitely just, the throw is just too much. Not in a bad way, but I meant for that purpose. And you have a slightly different notch bezel here. It's more like little angled cuts, kind of resembling like a saw blade. It looks pretty cool. I like it. These will also mount up to your, you know, your O-ring attachments for a rifle. And I have not tested the tail cap on this yet, but I am assuming that the tail cap will work. So, all right, here we have the Javelot, the full size. Okay, that is low. That is high. You can see the beam. Are you able to see it with camera? The beam of light. I mean, that is a bright light. Can you see up at the sky? Are you able to see that? I mean, that thing is spotlight bright. That is crazy. Actually, let's turn this way. Look all the way down there. You see all the way down there? All the way down. Isn't that nuts?
Yep.
With that being said, let's talk about some functional purposes for these 3 lights and where they may fit, and whether or not you need one or all 3 of these in your kit or your rotation, and I'll kind of explain my thoughts here. So I think that the Seeker is probably the perfect at-home flashlight, meaning it goes from, you know, very, very low power to maximum brightness. So if you were going from in the house to out of the house, you're going to be able to see pretty much anything that you would need to, where you would just be holding a flashlight. In Florida, I would consider this part of like a hurricane kit, or right next to my nightstand. And, you know, when the power goes out, first thing I'll grab, it'll light up the room. It would be, I think it's a great tool in that aspect. Trying to see if there's any more information on battery life, which maybe I'll put in somewhere in the video. With that kind of output, though, you are going to drain battery. It does last quite a while. But anyway, I digress. So I think this is the perfect at-home flashlight, or in an emergency kit flashlight, for when the power goes out, things like that. I like it. The Warrior. I think the Warrior is probably the perfect tactical flashlight. So if you're running like a range kit or a range vest and you wanted a flashlight either on the vest or on your belt, I would definitely utilize the Molly pouch, and I would include that 100% somewhere in your kit. So this is probably going to end up right on my vest, and if I'm not mistaken, I think my light area is over here, so it'll be right here for a quick grab. I like it. It's simple, on, off. It's going to do everything that I need for a tactical flashlight on my vest. A little bit smaller of a footprint. It's not going to take up as much space, but in the Molly pouch, obviously, it's significantly larger. So I think that that's perfectly fine, because this could be used in the house, outside, in the truck. It could be used pretty much anywhere, so it's probably the most versatile. When it comes to that, I do think that I like the lower light settings on the Seeker for something like in the house. So if I were to have both of these lights, I would say my house light, and then I would say this is more of a tactical light that would go with my range kit. And then when we get to the Javelot here, this is purely an outdoor light. I love it. The throw is amazing. You can see anything as far as your eye can see. You'll be able to see it with this flashlight. What I do like about it is if you are searching, if you are in, some thick woods, you should be able to essentially illuminate the whole area pretty nicely. But this definitely throws off a beam, a visible beam that you can see, which is really cool, very powerful. I think that something like this is, should go in a camping kit, would go in your truck, because look, you can use it for pretty much anything, but the ability to have it outdoors when you need it most is probably the best feature here. I really like that. A great hunting light. However, not in the house. At night when you turn this thing on, bouncing off walls, this thing is just bright. You get some flashback in your eyes. Sorry. So I would say if I'm using all three of these lights, this would be my home light, my tactical kit light, and then this would be definitely an emergency kit, camping kit, secondary light in a truck. I'll have another video on EDC options, which I think when you incorporate that you're using a very small light or a pocket light, that having something like this available in a truck is phenomenal. With that being said, let me know if you have any questions. If you have questions on purchasing, always check out the Olight store. But remember, if you buy through me, sometimes I'll be able to give you a little bit of a discount. So just reach out and let me know what you think. Stay tuned. There's going to be some more. I'll probably have some information on the lights in the description, and then go from there. All right, everybody, the new 23:4 shirt is out. This is my Psalm 23:4. This is, how I kind of envision that Bible verse, and I really like it. It's available on the website.